Let's do it early. Hit it, Chewy.
Who brought these drugs? Who brought that good stuff? Who brought these drugs? Who brought the drugs? Hit 'em with the magic tune. Hit 'em with the magic tune. Eyes rolling back of the head. Eyes rolling back. Like a zombie do. Like a zombie. What kind of drugs is this? Zombies out of it. Drugs on their face, just a little taste. Blood drinkers, death illa. What the fuck is going on? These motherfuckers, they straight gone. Snapping necks, I'm cashing checks. Lovely ladies, know I'm it. Dancing over with the broomsticks. These motherfuckers passed out. Their fucking eyes roll back and they're out of it, baby. We're moving on through. 1, 2. Who brought these drugs? Who brought the drugs? Hit 'em with the magic tune. Hit 'em with the magic tune. Eyes rolling back of the head. Eyes rolling back. Like a zombie do. Like a zombie.
Welcome back to Lady Babylon. It's so good to see you. Oh, God. Look, people, let me just tell you straight up what kind of dope I've got tonight for you. Okay, I know we need some time to settle in. And before we do, a shout out to Iron Danny Jones, the priest of Apollo. A shout out to their communion. Oh, God, I love it. I love this stuff. God, let's do it, people. Now, listen, let me just tell you what the deal was as we get warmed up here. Some machines are going. We're setting you in your right place and time. Oh, God. What happened? You know what, people? You know what we really need? We really need just an outright explanation of one of the apostles, just some kind of picture. We need a text out there that has, I don't know, one of the apostles say, John, remember he was the little boy when he was with Jesus, when he sat on his lap, says he reached up to his breast, right? Okay. We need somebody like that, people. So listen, I talked to the muse and I was like, it has to be explicit, baby. Give it to me explicit. And bam, explicit as it can get, in the form of something I had never, ever seen. Oh, God. People, what I have for you tonight will rock the world. What could we possibly ask, satanic congregation? What could we possibly ask for but just an illustration of the people doing the right, the ones who follow Jesus? That's what we need. We need some kind of end. It turns out we have it, and it's in a book that was trashed, man. What happened? The Christians translated this thing. It's from the 2nd century. So it's contemporary with all of your gospels, right? Everything John's writing. Oh, God, it's all contemporary. All of those Acts of Thomas that we talked about, right? And all of that, Philip, contemporary. It's in Greek, but the church took it and translated it into Latin, and in their translation they left out giant parts and changed others. Why would they do such a thing? Because it's the same reason it got kicked out of the canon, because it was too dirty. It was too dirty, explicit, right in your face. This is what Christianity is. So it got rubbed out as a document. It got kicked into the Apocrypha. Oh, God. I'm going to bring one passage to you tonight, people. I'm going to bring one passage and I'm going to show you. I'm just going to translate it for you, right? But I'm going to show you word by word John when he is grown up at the court of Domitian. And he is answering for Jesus. And Domitian insists. Domitian's funny. He's sophisticated. He's like, dude, crazy. What you're saying, it's just crazy stuff. You've got to show me. We need proof, typical of the Greek language. Remember, you're getting all of this from the Greek language. Mother Greek, all right? She's the one giving us this. Oh, God. Oh, God, it's so beautiful. So beautiful. Are you ready? This is the passage, look, that every one of their people who have been flitting around, trying to come up with ways to say, no, the text that Amon is looking at cannot mean what they mean. Oh, it's beautiful. Here's the punch in the face to those people. Tonight, he takes a fall because of what we've got. It's one paragraph, people. Now, what is John going to do? You know, by this time, he's like 60, 70, right? What is he going to do? He's been raised by Jesus, just like the boys are raised by the false prophet, by the Laestes, Alexander. If you'll read that tract by Lucian, you'll find out that Alexander was raised with the Christing. He was raised with the drugs. He was raised with the sex. Right? The enterprise. The enterprise was his, and he was the thing that Jesus was saying, hey, you went to the people who arrested him, hey, I'm not a person like this. Right? Because he's arrested with a naked kid, bro. Right? And a whole bunch of other kids passed out. Right? The oldest being 18, 19, and just on the border of that taxable age. Right? Oh, God. It's funny they don't know their own text. People, it feels so good to hold the Bible and just to have it myself. It feels so good. Do you realize, Satanic Congregation, let us just take delight in this for one moment. Nobody can stand in front of Amon. No one. The head of Dallas Theological's Greek program can't stand before Amon. Do you know what Amon owns? He owns your text. He owns your Bible. Do you want to see? Do you want to see some Christing tonight? What do you think John has to do to prove that Jesus is who he is? Would you believe it if I said he takes a death dealer? Okay, people, let's go. Chewy, hit it. We need the first source up there. Just go ahead and put this up. Boom. You know what? Let's do this one first, people. Just so you can keep this in context. Those of you who will say, oh, wait a minute, he's not talking about the Bible here because he's going to be using something that our forebears in the religion decided was too scandalous and had it rubbed out. So for those of you who think that way, who think, oh, God gave you your blessed little Bible, maybe it's bound with leather, maybe it has red letters in it, and you carry it around with you all the time. That Bible sucks. Your translations suck. Okay? We're stepping into a new arena, Satanic Congregation, right? We don't need a middleman. Right? Fantastic. We go right to the text. So for those of you who think, well, this is not canonical, here's canonical. Put it up, Julie. Here's canonical. And I want to set the scene by saying this is Mark 16:18. And this is the verse that the intellectuals love to say, oh, well, it's not, but not the intellectuals, the circus clowns love to say, oh, it's not part of the gospel. It was added later in these 5 verses. Okay. What does it say? It says they will lift up snakes. And if someone drinks a thanasimon, a death inducer, right, they won't be hurt. They won't be hurt. if somebody drinks a death inducer. People, I want you to concentrate on this word right here where I've got my cursor. Highlight it, Chewy. That word right there, thanasimon. All I want you to do, look at it, people. I know you're like, I don't know ancient Greek. That's why you're here. You're learning it. Look at that word, thanasimon. See how it's got two accents? Don't you love it? Oh, God, it's because of what follows. It's taking its accent. Anyway, look at it, people. Now, Chewy, switch me to the new one. Blow it up if you can, people. I mean, Chewy, blow it up if you can. Boom. Make that. No, it won't let you. Oh, you bad people. Then here's what I want you to do, people. Look at Chewy. Look at, put that word there. Look, people, at the word that's underlined. Look at that. Thanasimon. Right? It's only got one accent, right? Because the word following it, right? It's all context and environment. That's the music. Are you ready, people? What does this say now? Now, this is the text. This is the Acts of John talking about what he did after Jesus died. And this is his episode with Domitian. And he tells Domitian all the great things that Jesus is and does and will be. Domitian says, give me some proof. Blow it up, Chewy. I'm going to go ahead and translate now. This is it, people. Look in the orange. You see the highlight? That's your drug, your pharmakon thanasimon. That is the death inducer. And what does this passage says? With respect to these things, Domitian said, hey, right, I need some proof. What's the proof? Apodixis. Guarantee. This is a word you're not going to find in lesser advanced languages. Right? As a matter of fact, the Romans will borrow this because their own language can't stand up. It's absolutely gorgeous. I want you to show me in material form. That's my apodeixis. So what is, and then he adds a little quip. Opsis adelon. This is line 2. Opsis adelon ta thengomena. Things that get spoken, right, are an unreliable, unclear vision. Right? What? Listen to him. This is the emperor. My God, man, this guy's IQ is off the charts, right? Just like Marcus Aurelius. Do you know why that is? It's the same reason Marcus Aurelius is writing everything he writes in Greek. The world is not what you thought it was, people. Welcome back to your beloved mother Greek. Blow it up, Chewy. I need to translate it again. Okay, so let's go on. He says, look, you got to give me some proof, right? And I want you to jump down to line 5. Eutheos de Ioannes Etison. Okay, John says, fine, I'll give you the proof. And he asks for a pharmakon thanasimon, a drug that is a death inducer. And why is he doing this? Because Jesus has already trained him as his student. Do you understand? You didn't think the apostles were drug users. They're not only drug users, they are master drug users. Watch what he's about to do. This is what the kid was taught when he was a kid. Okay? Fantastic. This is typical laistic practice, people. Right? It's why Jesus is going around saying, blessed are the eunuchs, dude. Right? If you don't understand that, it's because you don't know Christianity. Right? You don't. I'm sorry. You don't. Let's go back to the passage. So he says, bring me a death inducer. So the emperor orders it, and he says, get me this drug, right? And immediately he's gotten this drug, right? And John takes it and he puts it into this mixing bowl, really big one. And he fills it with water. Are you getting the image? He fills it with water. stirs it up. And then what's he do? Now everybody's looking at him because let me just please understand, Domitian doesn't fuck around, right? This is real, people. This is a death inducer that he's able to get like that, people. Oh, they didn't use drugs. Oh, really? You morons. Morons. You don't read the text, and I kicked the doors down and took them away from all you bitches. Love it. They belong to us, satanic congregation. These are ours now. Oh, God. Gorgeous. Domitian doesn't kid around. Do you understand me? He doesn't kid around. He's got the death inducer. So he has it prepared. And John takes it, mixes it up with some water, and down it goes. Now, let me tell you what happens. So taking it, John mixed it all up, and then he looks up, he creates a shout, people. Something that, yeah, you know what I mean? It's a really expressive shout. Right? This guy's a nutcase. What is this shouting druggie talking about? Let's see what he says for them to shout. He says, by the way, it emphasizes phone megale, right? In a great voice. That's what I'm trying to emphasize. This is not just like, dude got bad news or something, right? This is a this is a miracle of pharmacology that you're about to see. Are you ready? Right? Now, remember, they're calling him a magus in this text too. I was reading that. Right? This is the first time I've seen this text, by the way, people. Right? This is the first time. Make no mistake. Now, you're not going to get a translation for it because they fricked up the process and tried to take it through Latin to censor the stuff that was in it. And then what comes out after it is garbage. But fortunately, we have the Greek text. It's fantastic. Let's go look at it, right? They couldn't get away with it. So in this great voice, he yells out and he says, in the name of Jesus Christ, the Son of God, I drink this cup, which you seasoned, right? Which you sweetened, literally is what it says. But within the community of drug using the doctors and priests in antiquity were administering this stuff to people. It doesn't go back to the text. It doesn't mean that, right? It means this is a prepared skewastos, right? It is prepared properly. This is some real chemistry, some real pharmacology that we're watching, right? And so he drinks the cup that you have added your drugs to, and he says, now listen to this. Kai to in autoi pharmacon, and the drug that is in it, I mixed with your Holy Spirit. This is John talking to Jesus in the air. And he says, I've mixed it with your Holy Spirit. Wait, what? What? Okay, let's keep going. And what else, John? I'm afraid to ask. And I have made it. This is the line that starts, poies on autopoma. I have made it a potion of life and salvation. Zoes soterias. This is a drink of salvation. Those of you who think that you're getting your drink of salvation on Sunday morning, here's the reality. You're not. Oh, God. Oh, God. Fantastic, people. You see, it was designed. The nature, it has a cosmos. Do you understand? Things turn and revolve, and there's gravity, and there's forces, and oh God, there's direction, and that nature contains the direction, and within nature is the right. Nature is herself the mystery. Oh, God, pure and perfect salvation through her. Do you know nature has no father? The Greeks who worshiped her, whom Paul the apostle hated and persecuted, the Greeks who worshiped her said she has no father. Yeah. Why? Doesn't need one. Do you understand? The Father needs her. Is that gorgeous, or is that gorgeous, people? This is how they're coming up. These are the people that are coming up with the right. Okay, bring the passage back. Bring the passage. What happens now? So look, he says, I have made a drink of salvation and life. And he says, it's for the sake of the health of the soul and body. It is the health of the soul and the body. It is, and isn't that beautiful? Psyches kai psomatos. Do you see? Okay, good. And what else is it for? Pepsin. It's for Pepsi. Pepsis is the way that your tube that goes from your cake hole to your corn hole. It's how it works. How does the tube from cake hole to corn hole work? Is it in good shape? You've been walking through life. Have there been periods where your Pepsis is pretty good and other times where it's not? Right? This drug will heal your Pepsis. Oh my God. That's what he says. This is John, people. Now you know why they're calling Jesus a physician. Give me the next one. I mean, yeah. Fantastic. And what is he doing? It's for the soul and body and your Pepsis. And now it is for your ablabe, your uninjured dioicasis. What is dioicasis? Oh my God. That is the oikos, your economy. Think of your physical economy across time. Dia adds a temporal element. So it is your bodily constitution across time. That's what this drug is for. Interesting. He's quite the fanatic, John is. Give me the next one. Do you see why they took this out, people? Do you see why they took it out? Right? We'll talk about that in a second. Okay. And it's for what? Now, what else is it for? It's for ace pistin. It's for your faith. Metanoiton. It's for an unrepentant faith. A faith that doesn't think it's wrong and change its mind. Do you understand? That's what this drug produces. Do you know why? You monists out there, blow me up for a second. Do you know why your faith is so crappy and weak, monists? Do you know why nobody can stand with me and just to read the Bible? Do you know why? If you had the drugs, your faith would be strong. But you don't. You don't. And why did they take this out of the canon? Because all the Christians are passing this stuff around. Why did they take it? Oh, this is not canonical. No, why did they do that? Because they are converting from a state of a mystery that uses drugs to reach the other side and come back into a faith where people sit and listen and eat a cracker. In order to make that transition, you've got to get rid of the things that are going to show people that they're performing a ruse. Christian church services are an historical ruse. You understand me, baby? Oh, yeah, you do. Okay, give me the passage one more time. I'm going to give us another one. People, what else is it doing? It's Anexarneton, what? Marturion. It is a witness, a very, a witness that'll last in any court, right? This is a witness of what? John says, it is a witness of death. Is your communion on Sunday a witness of death? Did it kill anyone? Right? If you were to take that little cup, right, that they give you on the Protestant side, or if you were to take the big cup out of the priest's hand that they give the Catholics, and you were to give it to a prisoner, would it kill him? No, you say, you are not practicing the mystery. Your faith has not made you whole. You're in ignorance, and you're not in possession of salvation. According to these texts, anyway. Yeah, I know, people, it's a hard reality to really break into, it makes you want to go out and guzzle something, you know what I mean? I don't know, maybe you want to guzzle something anyway. There's nothing wrong in guzzling, right? What does it mean to guzzle, Timmy? Son of a bitch. Give me the passage back. People, especially you monists, I want you to see the last line, Hospiterion Eucharistias. Eucharistias. Does that word sound familiar? Eucharistias. Eucharist. He says, this is the cup of the Eucharist. Do you realize that when Jesus blessed, Eucharized, you see how you translate that? You monist, blessed. No, that's not Eucharizing. Eucharizing is when you make something potentially lethal. It doesn't make sense, does it? Why do you think Judas ran out? All right. Remember, the drugs that they're using are also drugs that give you sexual arousal, that make you sexually aroused, that cause you to, okay? Blessed are the eunuchs. People, the Eucharist is sitting right there. Now, if you want to hear the end of the story, do we have time for the end of the story? What happens to him? He just drank it and declared it a Eucharist. Now, for those of you who can actually read Greek, which is a small percentage of my audience, people, right? So I'm not just, I know that other people who do these subjects and cover this stuff and theologians, they don't actually read the Greek. I know they don't, right? They just pretend to. They're the ones sitting here watching these texts saying, oh my God, I can't read that. Right? Fantastic. But for those of you who can, follow me now. I'm going to go really quickly. So he takes it. The drug, and he's just standing there. Let's go to the next one. By the way, this is the TLG, people. Thank you, TLG, for not restricting my usage. They always do that because they say I use it too much. Whatever. Here we go. It says, look at the second line. Ioannou hilaru estotos. So after he takes it, John is just standing there with a big, goofy ass smile on his face, like somebody who's involved in the hilaria. The Bacchants, when they drink their drinks, they get the same look on their face. And he's got it on his face. And Domitian's like, oh, crap. What you guys do? And he's pissed at the people who brought him the drug. And it says that he's pissed. Go ahead and bring it. It says that he's pissed because it's like they're afraid of John or something. Because there's no way, dude. There's no way he's still standing there. If they had given him a lethal drug, there's no way he would have lived. Right? And what's it say? It says that the guys who brought the drug, epomosamenoi, that's from omnimi, or to swear an oath, right? What do? They swear an oath on Tuche, who we just talked about. She is the seven. She is the song. She is the companion of Nemesis. They swore by her, right? And by the salvation of the emperor, right? That's pretty important. I know oaths don't mean anything today, right? You can get into office, for example, in the States, and that oath that people take to the Constitution, right? We've seen it doesn't matter. It matters in the hearts of those who have sworn and love the Constitution, but it doesn't matter in those who just say the words and break their oaths. Once you don't have a Zeus, you don't have somebody to punish oath breakers, right? Fantastic, right? Why does slave? Because DK, right? Because of DK. Fantastic. Let's go. Right, offenses to DK. What happens? No, back up. We're at the top. There we go. Fantastic. Yes, it's okay. And Domitian did what? What? So they swear to him that everything is fine, right? And that this drug, they say, there's nothing stronger. So John is standing there, right? He's looking at him, whispering to each other. So he tells the king, he says, look, don't do anything bad, right? It's not the king, it's the emperor, but whatever. Don't do anything bad, right? But just, I'm going to tell you some things, and just do those things, and you will learn, right? The power of the drug. Wait, what does he say? He says, you'll learn the power of the drug. What does he mean? That was a real death inducer they gave him. It's not working for some reason. Right? Using the power of drug. Don't move it. So he says, listen, now this is John telling Domitian. He says, listen, this is what you do. Take somebody who's been convicted of a death sentence, right? He's been given a death sentence, right? And take this person and give it to them, right? And right, so they do. They get someone, and it says, "Ho de labon capion." And so when the guy took it and drank it, right, what happened? He fell down and died instantly. People, did you know that Christians had the power to drink death-inducing drugs? What do you think their communion is? John just told you it is a death-inducing drug. I have just told you, make me big. I need to be big. I have just told you for the first time, the communion is a drug meant to kill you. John knows this. He knows the resurrection. Do you understand? And he's using it. Look at this criminal just passed out and died. I hope the guy actually did something bad and wasn't just a slave who happened to look the wrong way at someone. You know what I mean? Fantastic. Bring up the text one more time. What happens, people? John doesn't want this to go on and give him a bad reputation, right? So eventually he raises the guy from the dead, right? Right? Now, I want you to consider that the mystery itself involves the use of both the death inducer and the theriac, which is what it's called in the, in circles outside of this text, right? Because this is a cult text. In the medical text, right, they're referring to it that way. Fantastic. Thanasimon, right, with the theriac. That's typical. That's what Marcus Aurelius is being given by Galen. Right? So the Christians are at the forefront. And why would they be at the forefront, people? Because these are the drugs that you use on the children that you are employing as slaves in a sexual act. Historically, scientifically, Lestes. My name is Jesus. And I will make it. If you follow me as a child, I will make it so that you will drink the death inducer and not be harmed. This is what John is doing for Domitian. The little boy who sat on Jesus's lap. Like the naked kid that was with Jesus when he was arrested, screaming, "I'm not a child trafficker." Just like that kid. This kid is erased. John is erased from history for a very, very good reason. Let me address the billion monists that are on the planet. You do not know 2 billion? They must have multiplied. Let me address the 2 billion monists on the planet. You and your worship are a forgery. Let me say that again. Your worship is a forgery. If you want to be a real monist, you're going to have to come as a child who can drink a death inducer, a child who has seen and witnessed death and has come back to testify of the resurrection. This is Christianity. Let that sink in. Let that sink in. Does anybody want to say anything? I'm going to go ahead and call it. What minute are we on? Yeah, no, we're awfully short, but here. Yeah, I'm sure. Let's see. Was there any? Yeah, no, was there any? The resurrection section isn't that, it's just typical. I will continue, people. I will continue reading this text, and I'll bring you. It's got numerous drug references in it. There's a lot of very good explanation. Oh God, I almost forgot the seals. Right? What do you want to do if you're somebody's wife? If you're Big Dave's wife, right? And you meet Jesus, and your wife comes to you after you meet Jesus, and she says to you, "Oh God, this Jesus guy, I gotta know him, baby." What do you have to do? You have to get sealed. Big Dave has to tell his wife, "Go get sealed, honey." Right? This is an old drug practice. Right? And it very effectively described. Right? It's not a mystery. It's not a what? What is this? This seal, people, is a little tiny trochus. It's a little tiny pill, right? That you can work into a cream, or that you can add to a wine, to some form of alcohol, right? Right, for pharmacological reasons, whatever they needed, an alcohol extraction or whatever, right? It's a little pill. And that seal usually carries the impression of the physician who is involved in its production and dispensing. Well, that sounds like a drug dealer, right? One, one thing that you don't appreciate about antiquity is the medicine is primarily drugs. Your diet, right, are the drugs and the exercise you get. Let me say that one more time. Your diet is a combo of the drugs you take and the exercise you get. How's that for a diet? Right? You're just taking the wrong drugs. That's the problem. Would you be surprised if I told you there are drugs that cure everything? Yeah. Yeah. Would you be surprised? Would you be surprised if they're laying in wait in the natural world? Yeah. Yeah. Right? Oh, God. Give it one more time. Bring this one up one more time. Yeah. People, I want you to see that this is not a pipe dream. This is not a hallucination. This is a reality. And what you are seeing here in Mark, the Bible, the Gospel of Mark, the beloved gospel that preachers preach and priests priest. Jesus admonishing his people to take up the communion that brings death and resurrection. That these people, right, these people are the ones who are born again. If you have been sitting there all your life thinking you were born again, you were not. You are following a ruse. Now, we can do this all day with these texts to show you how wrong you are. But under our circumstances, I want to emphasize one point and satanic congregation, if we can just get this out. What is a Christ? We're on the verge of a renaissance, people. I know it. I know it. What is this? Give it. By the way, it's always with the rediscovery of the Greek that brings enlightenment and renaissance. Isn't that interesting? You know what it is? It's a language, people. It's a language. Oh, God. Right. Good. There's the Satan. What? Is somebody talking about Satan? Yes. Did you see a Satan in the... Did you see Satan was in... Right? The seal is there. Right? Where do you put the seal? You put it on your forehead. And why do you put it there? Because it will Christ your eyes, your opsis, your vision. And your young will prophesy. My name is Jesus. Oh, God. Absolutely gorgeous. Okay, let's put one more up. People, I want people to know who are on the verge of being very angry with me for not having brought to you your courses yet. I want to thank you for your patience. And I see the email that you send me and what you're studying, and you ask me for recommendations, and I'm taking all of that into consideration. It's coming. Our courses are coming again. And this time, I've got to do it in a way that's perfect, absolutely perfect, because that, that's what I should give you that, right? I mean, look at what you people are doing. You're giving me your time, right? You're giving me your time. And I'm telling you these things. And I know you perverts are loving it because it takes everything. The theologians and the Christians and the born again believers and the religious people, Jews and Muslims. It takes what they have given us, and it shows us the reality is not what they say. Without any arguments, without any ideas, and without any books. And I'd like to reemphasize that. People, I don't make any money off of any of this. I am not monetized. And the reason I am not is because the devil is real straight up. If you're going to say something, freak, don't attach any dollars to it. Otherwise, you're not getting my information, right? Do you understand? You want to work with the devil. You want to have that inside track. And I'm not talking the devil of Christianity. I'm not talking that. I'm not talking about the devil of Jewish tradition or Christian tradition. I'm not talking about. I'm talking about the devil before there was any monism, when he was just the hottest, smartest dude who got the Eve. Do you understand? Eos Foros, bringer of dawn. If you appreciate dawn, well, you understand. Thank you. Thank you for coming tonight. Please, everybody, I'm going to try to keep these times in the evening, because I know it's hard for people to get there, but I'm going to be coming out into my community to absorb the fast internet. So let me know what you think. And thank you. Thank you for your time. I will do right by you people. I will do right by you, and I'll give you the text, right? So there, right? None of the people that we've talked to have seen this, right? I guarantee you. None of the people on YouTube, none of the people, none of the scholars, none of the people, none of them. This right here tonight, people, was absolute, undeniable proof that what I have been telling you for the past 2.5 years is a reality. Welcome to the Renaissance. Hail Satan.
They roll around like a zombie do, eyes roll in the back of their head, eating the dead, blood drinkers, snow blind again. On the microphone, 1, 2, Orphic harmony on the harp. It's Donnie Darko, milking these motherfucking bricks out. Teddy Bass putting in more work, with politicians pulling your skirts. Just dance a little bit, wugga 2 shoes at the party, dressed to kill. These motherfucking drugs got him ill, baby. I'm a Diaz dead switch with the prick. Who brought these drugs? Hit him with the magic tune. Eyes rolling back of the head, like a zombie do. Who brought these drugs? Hit him with the magic tune. Eyes rolling back of the head, like a zombie do.
Oh, God, I forgot about the zombies. I'll bring them to you next time.